Stop. Do not scroll past this. Do not let your thumb move even 1 centimeter up that screen. Whatever you were looking for, whatever was pulling at your attention, whatever noise was filling your head, let it all fall away right now. Because I have something urgent to say to you. Something that cannot wait. Something that will determine the course of the next season of your life. You have been carrying an unexplained heaviness this week. A weight that you cannot name. A pressure in your chest that has no obvious source. You have tried to shake it off with work, with entertainment, with distractions, with sleep, but it will not leave. It follows you from room to room, from task to task, from waking to sleeping. That heaviness is not random. It is not a chemical imbalance. It is not just stress. That heaviness is the atmosphere shifting. The spiritual climate around you is changing, and your spirit, the part of you that knows me even when your mind doubts, is sensing it. You did not find this message by chance. This video did not appear on your screen because of an algorithm, a lucky swipe, or a random moment of boredom. This is a mandate from the throne. I reach through the noise of your life, through the endless scroll, the constant notifications, the chaos that has been drowning out my voice, and I place this exact message in front of your eyes at this exact second. Before time began, I knew you would be here. Before the stars were hung in the heavens, I set this appointment. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine interruption, and I'm speaking to you now because the window is closing. My child, before I pull back the veil on what is coming, before I reveal the shift that is about to reshape everything, you must secure your connection to this frequency. The world's noise is designed to drown my voice out. The enemy knows that if he can keep you distracted, keep you busy, keep you scrolling, he can keep you from hearing the warnings that will save your life. By subscribing to this vessel, you are lighting a lamp in your digital home. You are ensuring that my daily guidance reaches you before the enemy's confusion does. You are building a wall of protection around your spirit, a lifeline that will pull you back from the edge when the storms come. Join this fold now, for the path ahead requires constant light. Do not walk into what is coming alone. Do not assume you will remember to come back. The enemy will try to steal this moment from you the second this video ends. Subscribe now, not for a channel, but for your survival. Subscribe. Stay. Let me guide you through the days ahead. Now I want to take you back. I want to walk you through the 7 whispers I have been sending you. The 7 ways I have been trying to get your attention, protect your path, and prepare you for this moment. You thought these were failures. You thought they were bad luck. You thought they were evidence that I had abandoned you. But I'm going to show you the truth. Every single one was a filter. Every single one was me protecting you from something you could not see. Whisper 1. The sudden friction. Things that used to work suddenly stopped. The job that once brought you life became a burden. The routine that once felt comfortable became unbearable. The path that once seemed clear became filled with obstacles. You thought you were doing something wrong. You thought you had lost your touch. You asked me, why is everything so hard all of a sudden? But I was creating friction, not to punish you, but to stop you. You were heading toward a cliff, and you could not see it. The friction was my hand on your shoulder, pulling you back. The things that stopped working were never meant to be permanent. They were only meant to get you to this moment. Whisper 2. The removed friendships. The person who walked away. The friend who stopped calling. The relationship that ended without closure. You cried over that loss. You blamed yourself. You wonder what you did wrong. But I removed them, not because they were bad people, but because they could not go where you were going. They were passengers on a ship that is about to sail into waters they were not equipped to navigate. Keeping them close would have meant keeping you shallow. That departure was not rejection. It was preparation. I was clearing your inner circle to make room for the people who are about to show up. The ones who will sharpen you, challenge you, and walk with you into your destiny. Whisper 3. The financial blockage. The money stopped flowing. The client ghosted. The deal fell through. The check got lost in the mail. You panicked. You scrambled. You wondered how you would survive. But I stopped your resources because I saw what you did not see. That money was attached to a trap. The deal would have compromised your integrity. The client would have drained your soul. The opportunity would have led you away from your calling. I did not withhold provision to harm you. I withheld it to save you. And in the emptiness, I was teaching you to trust me, not your bank account, as your source. Whisper 4. The physical tiredness. The exhaustion that would not lift. The fatigue that followed you even after a full night's sleep. The feeling that your body was shutting down, no matter how hard you tried to push through. You thought you were getting sick. You thought you were aging. You thought something was wrong with you. But I was forcing you into a Sabbath that you would not take for yourself. You have been running on empty for years, ignoring the rest your spirit needed. So I shut down your body to get your attention. The tiredness was not a weakness. It was a gift, a forced pause, a holy interruption. Whisper 5, the intuitive warning. That knot in your stomach, that sense that something was off, that feeling that you should not trust that person, take that job, make that decision, even though everything looked fine on the surface. You called it anxiety. You called it overthinking. You called it weakness. But I called it discernment. That knot was me speaking to your spirit, warning you of danger that your eyes could not see. You ignored it, and you regretted it. But I kept sending the warnings because I would rather you feel anxious than walk into a trap. Whisper 6, the delay, the waiting, the watching others move forward while you stood still, the feeling that you had been passed over, forgotten, left behind. You asked me, why are they getting what I prayed for? Why are they advancing while I'm stuck? But I delayed you because you were not ready. The blessing you wanted would have crushed you. The promotion would have exposed you. The relationship would have destroyed you. I was not denying you. I was protecting you. And while you waited, I was working. Behind the scenes, I was moving pieces, clearing obstacles, strengthening your roots. Whisper 7, the midnight heartbreak, the pain that woke you up in the dark, the grief that would not leave, the sense that your heart had been ripped out of your chest. You thought I had abandoned you in your darkest hour, but I was closest to you in that moment. And I allowed the heartbreak because you had made an idol of that person, that dream, that hope. You were worshiping the gift instead of the giver. And I had to break your heart to save your soul. The heartbreak was not the end. It was the surgery. I cut out the idol so that I could take its place. I see the doors I shut for you. I saw your tears at the threshold. You stood there, weeping, begging me to open what I had closed. You thought I was being cruel. You thought I did not understand how much you wanted it. But child, I was locking the door to a burning house. Behind that door was destruction, not blessing. Pain, not peace. Regret, not fulfillment. You could not see it because you were looking at the door, not through it. But I saw, and I locked it to save you. If you finally trust my no, if you are ready to believe that every closed door was a protection, not a punishment, then type these words in the comments. I trust your filter. Type it now. Let it be your surrender. Your acknowledgement that my judgment is better than your desire. Your declaration that you trust the one who closes doors more than you trust the doors themselves. I trust your filter. Now I need to tell you something urgent. Something that will determine how you navigate the days ahead. The season is shifting. The age of grace. The time of gentle invitations, soft whispers, and patient waiting is meeting the age of justice. The rules of engagement are changing. What was tolerated before will no longer be tolerated. What was overlooked before will no longer be overlooked. The world is about to be shaken, not by natural disasters alone, though those will increase. Shaken by the exposure of hidden things. Shaken by the collapse of systems that were built on sand. Shaken by the unmasking of wolves who have been hiding in sheep's clothing. And in this shaking, you cannot afford to be lukewarm. You cannot afford to be spiritually distracted. The days of riding the fence are over. The days of maybe someday are over. The days of I'll get serious about my faith when things calm down are over, because things are not going to calm down. The wind is changing. The season of hiding, of keeping your light under a bushel, of playing small to make others comfortable, of shrinking back from your calling because you are afraid of what people might think. That season is over. I am gathering my remnants, the ones who have stayed faithful in the small things, the ones who have kept praying even when it felt like no one was listening, the ones who have kept believing even when the evidence said otherwise, the ones who have stayed connected to the source, even when the world offered easier paths. I am preparing them for the manifestation, for the explosion of purpose, for the suddenlies that will leave the world speechless. If you feel the fire stirring in your spirit as I speak, if something in your chest is burning, waking up, refusing to stay quiet, then subscribe to this channel right now. This is not just a subscription. This is a covenant, a vow to stay awake while the rest of the world falls asleep, a commitment to keep your lamp lit when the darkness tries to overtake everything, a declaration that you are not a fair weather follower. You are all in. Subscribe now. The shaking is coming, but you do not have to be shaken. You can be anchored if you stay connected to the voice that speaks peace into the chaos. Now I need to unmask something. I need to show you how the enemy has been operating against you because you have been fighting blind, and that ends today. The enemy has a strategy. It is not random. It is precise. It is tailored specifically to your weaknesses, your wounds, and your history. He has been studying you since the day you were born, and he knows exactly which buttons to push. His first weapon, wolves in the inner circle. People who smile at you while draining your oil. People who call themselves friends but leave you emptier than before. People who take and take and take your time, your energy, your peace, your joy, and give nothing back. They sit at your table, eat your bread, and then poison your well. You have been surrounded by them, and you have been too kind, too trusting, too desperate for connection to recognize them. You have been making excuses for them, giving them second chances, believing that if you just love them enough, they will change. But I'm telling you the truth. Some people are not lost. They are leeches, and they will drain you until there is nothing left. I am exposing them today, not to make you bitter, to set you free. His second weapon, busyness, the endless to-do lists, the constant demands, the notifications that never stop, the feeling that if you're not doing something every waking moment, you are falling behind. The enemy knows that a busy mind cannot hear my voice. A distracted spirit cannot receive direction. A tired soul cannot fight. So he keeps you busy, not because the tasks matter, but because the noise keeps you from the secret place. You have been too busy to pray, too busy to read, too busy to listen, too busy to rest, and your busyness has made you a target, because a soldier who never sharpens his sword is defenseless in battle. His third weapon, false comforts, the addictions, the mindless entertainment, the scrolling, the shopping, the eating, the drinking, the escapes that numb the pain without healing the wound. The enemy does not care what you use to escape, as long as you are escaping, as long as you are avoiding me, as long as you are staying distracted from a call on your life. He offers you false comfort to keep you from true transformation. He offers you temporary relief to keep you from eternal freedom. These false comforts have been keeping your mantle heavy and unused. They have been weighing you down, holding you back, keeping you stuck in cycles of shame and escape. I'm exposing the leeches in your life today. Some are people, some are habits, some are patterns that have been passed down through generations. If you are ready for me to remove everything that does not serve your destiny, if you are ready to let go of the draining relationships, the numbing distractions, the false comforts, then type these words in the comments. Expose the shadows. Type it now. Let it be your invitation for me to clean house, to cut away what is killing you, to remove what has been holding you back. Expose the shadows. Now I need to talk to you about something you have never told anyone, something you have been hiding behind a mask for years. I saw you when you faked the smile. I saw you when you laughed at the joke while your heart was breaking. I saw you when you said, I'm fine when you were drowning. I saw you when you performed for the crowd, playing the role of the strong one, the put-together one, the one who never struggles. You have been wearing a mask for so long that you have forgotten there is a face underneath. You have been performing so consistently that you have lost touch with who you really are. And the mask is heavy. It is exhausting to pretend. It is draining to perform. It is lonely to be known by everyone and understood by no one. I'm not looking for a perfect version of you. I never was. The religious leaders of the world demand perfection, flawless performance, spotless record, constant success. But I'm not religious. I am your father, and I am looking for the honest version of you, the real one, the one who is tired, the one who is scared, the one who has doubts and questions and fears, the one who messes up, falls down, and struggles to get back up. That version, the messy, honest, real version, is the one I love. Not the mask, not the performance, not the highlight reel, the real you. I want to wash away the shame of past mistakes, the ones you have been punishing yourself for year after year, the sins you confessed but have never forgiven yourself for, the failures you keep replaying in your mind long after I have forgotten them. Do you know what I see when I look at you? I do not see your failures. I do not see your mistakes. I do not see the things you are ashamed of. I see my child. I see the one I created. I see the masterpiece that the enemy has been trying to convince you is worthless. The shame is not from me. The shame is a lie, and you have been believing it for too long. Religion says, clean yourself up, then come to me. But I say, come to me, and I will clean you up. You do not have to be perfect to be loved by me. You do not have to have it all together to be held by me. You do not have to earn your place at my table. The table was always yours. The seat was always reserved. The love was always flowing. You just stopped letting yourself feel it because you were too busy trying to deserve it. Take off the mask, just for a moment. Let me see the real you, the tired, scared, struggling, beautiful you. And let me love you, not the version you think you should be, but the version you actually are. And now, my child, we come to the end. But the end of this message is not the end of the work. It is the beginning. I am commissioning you. I am sending you out, not as you were, but as you are becoming. Not as a victim of your history, but as an architect of my glory. You have been through the fire. You have survived the desert. You have endured the silence. You have been pruned, shaped, refined, and prepared. And now, the new wine is being poured. Here is what will happen in the next 21 days if you follow what I have spoken to you today. First, you will experience a release of heaviness. The weight that has been pressing on your chest will lift. The fog that has been clouding your mind will clear. You will wake up lighter, not because your circumstances have changed, but because something inside you has shifted. Second, you will see a door open. Not a door you were pushing on, a door you did not even know existed. An opportunity, a connection, a path. It will appear suddenly, unexpectedly, undeniably, and you will know, beyond any doubt, that it came from me. Third, the restoration will begin. Sevenfold. What the thief stole, the years, the peace, the finances, the relationships, I am returning. Not one for one. Multiplied. Pressed down. Shaken together. Running over. You will look back at the season of loss and realize it was not loss at all. It was investment. The enemy thought he was stealing from you. He was actually depositing into account that I was holding for you with interest. I am promising you restoration, not because you deserve it, though you do, because I am faithful, because I always complete what I start, because I have never, not once, failed to keep a promise. But you must do your part. You must go and sin no more against your own destiny. Stop making decisions that undermine the future I am building. Stop choosing the shortcuts, the compromises, the quick fixes. Stop settling for less than what I have for you. You are no longer a victim of your history. You are an architect of my glory. The past does not get to write your future. The enemy does not get to dictate your destiny. The voices that told you that you would never make it. They have no authority over you. You are free. Walk like it. Now, I want you to seal this covenant. I want you to declare that you believe my word is final over your life. Not your fears, not your doubts, not your past, not the enemy's lies. Go to the comments. Type one word, Amen. But do not stop there. Share this message with one soul who has lost their hope. Someone who is still in the desert, still in the silence, still wondering if anyone sees them. Someone who has forgotten that they are loved. Their breakthrough depends on your obedience. You're the messenger now. You are the voice that says to someone else what I have said to you. You are not forgotten. The silence is not absence. It is preparation. And your breakthrough is closer than you think. Type Amen. Share this message. Step into your commissioning. The final filter has passed. The great shift is here. And you are ready. Now go. Live like someone who knows they are loved. Walk like someone who knows they are held. Breathe like someone who knows the battle is already won. I am with you. Always. Amen. I have spoken. Subscribe now. Type Amen in the comments. Share this message with one person who needs to hear it. The great shift is here, and you're not walking through alone.